You're welcome to the channel and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and also hit on the notification bell. It's really very important. Thank you. Does President Muhammad Buhari, his lawmakers, do they mean well for Nigeria? Do they have very good and pure intentions for Nigeria? Anyways, you will find out in this video. Please watch till the end.
The Nigeria Opposition Coalition CUPP, acting through one of the registered political parties / coalition member, has just commenced a legal offensive to stop the proposed borrowing of the sum of $22.7 billion by the Buhari government, and also written to all the lenders to halt the loan request in view of the pending legal action. The loan, being sourced from various international lenders, is viewed by the opposition as a poorly executed plan to sell Nigeria into economic slavery and financial colonialism, for which Nigeria was redeemed by the President Olusegun Obasanjo administration. We declare that the loan request by the President is the greatest singular act of disservice any leader could have done to this country. The loan request is riddled with project lopsidedness, lack of financial prudence, secrecy, plan to use loan for frivolous projects, overcosting of projects, corruption, misapplication, and incompetence. Nigerians must know that of this loan, consultants are expected to take an alleged whooping 40% of the loan, while projects are to purportedly take the remaining 60%. The opposition have taken this patriotic action because we believe that President Muhammad Buhari-led corruption-weakened government is just sourcing for funds to consolidate the APC government looting jamboree and use the leftover to prosecute the 2023 general election, and not for the pretense of infrastructure development which is shoddily presented to the National Assembly. We therefore condemn the rubber stamp leadership of the Senate for forcing through the approval of the loan by the Senate, even when senators had not seen the breakdown of the loan expenses as required by law. The Senate leadership has clearly shown it is not on the side of the people, and it is not representing the Nigerian people but their selfish interests. Their unpatriotic stand on national issues and lack of vision has become all the more apparent and have turned the Senate into a chamber fueled by political hallelujah boys. Fellow Nigerians, the exchange rate of the dollar, due to certain vagaries, including gross mismanagement of our economy, is now chasing 400 naira to a dollar. This means that at this rate, the 22.7 billion loan will be equivalent of 9 trillion and 8 billion naira only. This is more than the entire 2019 budget and just a little less than the entire 2020 budget. How can a government borrow its entire budget, yet citizens are in debt as the content of the loan package? This loan request is the height of Buhari's APC-led government insensitivity, irresponsibility, and wickedness. Fellow citizens, both indigenous and foreign experts have pointed out the unsustainable trajectory of our country's debt with the current upswing in borrowings. Nigerians will one day wake up to find that they are not tenants in their own house. The Muhammad Buhari regime would have sold our dear country to China and some nations in Europe. The opposition cannot sit and watch President Buhari squander our present and our children's future. Our nation leaders work hard to clear Nigeria's foreign debt after the return of democracy in 1999, and the opposition will not allow any government to plunge Nigeria back into another debt. It has become manifestly clear to the Nigerian people that what our president, Muhammad Buhari, needs is ideas and competent hand, and not the $22.7 billion loan request. The problem with Nigeria is not lack of money, but lack of governance capacity in the regime, which from all available indices has made our economy worse, security precarious, and life very cheap. This regime is indeed a disaster. It is peopled by political Hallelujah Boys, we warn of the lack of capacity by the APC and their master, whose idea of Koboko economies is now outdated. It is a government high in sound but empty in ideas, parading students of home economies who grandstand at world-class economies. We have a government that is more interested in its uninhibited quest for power and holding on to power than knowing what to do with the power for the benefit of the people. After hijacking the parliament, emasculating the judiciary, and crushing the electoral process, Nigerians are now faced with the consequences of a regime that is hustling like traders in Alaba market for Chinese and other foreign loans. Nigeria has now been thrown into a state of economic hiatus and quagmire. This is a loan bazaar, a frivolous borrowing, unsustainable come and chop, and modern day economic slavery. Unemployment, insecurity, crushing debt burden, unbridled corruption, emasculation of government institutions, impunity, etc. are now the order of the day. Otherwise, how could the government want to borrow $500 million, which is the equivalent of 200 billion naira, only just to pump into its propaganda TV machinery called NTA? This is a television station that is not commercially viable, but only carries government propaganda, which the government does not even pay for. What then is the business plan for the recovery of this loan, or is the government comfortable to tell Nigerians that citizens should pay for their propaganda? Let NTA be made viable by airing other views, and they will generate revenue like AIT, TVC, Channel, STV, and other TV stations. Allowing the loan will be condoning evil, most especially under a government which budgeted only about $500 million for its education sector, despite having over 15 million out of school children, is earmarking the same amount for just propaganda machinery upgrade. In view of the above, we call on the House of Representatives to redeem the image of the Nigerian Parliament already compromised by the Senate and serve as the true representative of the people by officially rejecting the dangerous loan request or ensuring the proposal is revisited by ensuring project balancing, removal of the frivolous items that cannot repay the loan, removal of the outrageous alleged 40% payable to consultants, and eventual reduction of the amounts, and setting up a mechanism to monitor the disbursement. All items that are not economically viable should be removed. In short, the House should focus more on the loan being rejected because it is economically evil. Nigerians must rise and stop General Buhari and his APC political Hallelujah Boys from plunging Nigeria into her worst economic crisis and bankruptcy. Furthermore, in view of the lopsidedness of the project, the frivolous nature of some of the projects, the lack of evidence of the economic viability of the project, inflated costs of the project, lack of competence and transparency to monitor the loan disbursement, over-bloated costs to consultants, the Nigerian Opposition Coalition CUPP, in pursuit of public interest of Nigerians, including the unborn generation, who are the ones largely to pay for the avarice of this government, today launch multiple legal offensives with public interest suit filed at the Federal High Court, seeking to stop the move by President Buhari-led federal government to borrow away the future of Nigeria and sell Nigeria into economic slavery and irredeemable financial hiatus with the 22.7 billion loan plan. The opposition has also written letters of petition to the foreign lenders to halt the process of continuing the consideration for the $22.7 billion loan. We have warned the foreign lenders to save their money for now and await the outcome of the court action, which we believe will put paid to this fiscal irresponsible move. Also, in view of the pendency of the action in court and in total deference to Nigerian judicial sovereignty, we warn the foreign lenders, including their brokers and briefcase lobbies, to suspend all actions pending the final determination of the suit challenging the legality of the loan. And in the event of default or disrespect to our laws, which amounts to contempt, the opposition, if and when we come to power in 3 years, will not honor a borrowing bazaar that was consummated during the pendency of an action in court. They can go ahead and give Buhari the money if they have free money to throw away. We have sued the federal government and the National Assembly in a separate suit, and also sued the foreign lenders to stop them and their agents from mortgaging our economic future by consummating a faulty loan deal which will put their depositors' money in danger, and also fund an Owembe urge and shopping extravaganza of a government weakened by corruption and lack of competence, and now hustling for loans on the streets of China and Japan to cover their financial recklessness that have put Nigerian economy into dancing a lantern dance of death. We have asked the court to grant the following prayers: a declaration that, having regard to the provisions of Section 17, Section 20, Section 21, Section 22, and Section 27 of the Debt Management Office Establishment Act, the first and second defendant being the federal government and President Buhari, while acting in concert with the third and fourth defendant being the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Finance, cannot undertake any external loan or borrowing on behalf of the Federal Republic of Nigeria without adhering to the National Borrowing Program for the succeeding financial year, as may be presented before and duly approved by the National Assembly. A declaration that it is unconstitutional, unlawful, and ultraviolate the executive powers of the President to undertake to borrow external loan or participate in the negotiation and acquisition of any external loan without proper legislative framework and approval of the National Assembly in an openly debated, considered, and deliberated session of the Parliament, where the details of such external borrowing, project financing, and projected repayment modalities will be openly debated and considered by the legislature. A declaration that the purported approval of the National Assembly for the external borrowing by the President, having not been done in accordance with the legislative procedure of open debate and consideration of executive requests, is null, void, and of no effect whatsoever. A declaration that the exercise of the executive powers of the President vis-à-vis the acquisition of external loans and its expenditure on any project cannot be carried out in a lopsided manner without taking into account the interests of all the component federating units, or in a manner that ensures predominance of some states or geopolitical zones over others, or imbalanced economic development, or disregard to the entrenched principle of federal character. Declaration that it is unlawful and unconstitutional for the finance minister to offer or undertake any guarantee for the requested external loan made by the President when the terms and conditions of the said loan has not been duly laid before, considered, and approved by the National Assembly as mandatorily stipulated under the law. A declaration that the action of the President, the Attorney General, and the Finance Minister in undertaking to borrow external loans or participating in the negotiation and acquisition of any external loan without complying with the mandatory provisions of the law with regard to the specification of the cost benefit, the economic and social benefit to which the borrowing is intended to be applied, viability/feasibility tests on the sustainability of the borrowing and project financial, as well as loan repayment projection, is unlawful, contrary to the intent of the law, and therefore null and void. And order setting aside or nullifying any request for approval for external borrowing made by the President to the National Assembly for being unconstitutional, ultra-vires the powers of the President, and for non-compliance with the law. Lastly, an order of courts setting aside or nullifying the request for external loan/borrowing made by the President for fundamental failure to specify the cost benefit, the economic and social benefit to which the borrowing is intended to be applied, viability and feasibility test on the sustainability of the borrowing and project financial, the loan repayment projection, as well as for being lopsided and in breach of federal character. We hope to salvage Nigeria yet again from the precipice. Our patriotic interventions since 2018 have saved the country multiple times from imminent collapse, and we shall continue to do so for the sake of our children and their children.
So that's the video, guys. Please go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you'd love to receive more of these updates, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit on the notification bell, like and share the video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.